Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and what this is a catch-up video on some of the results. So we had planned to do kind of a bigger, well-produced results video, and it's fallen a little bit behind, you know, so there's a lot of videos that we've put up and we haven't announced as many results as I'd like to. So what this is me doing kind of a catch-up video instead of the fully produced thing. One other thing I wanted to say before it gets started is that going forward, I'm going to put the results on my Facebook page as soon as they become available, and then there'll still be videos like this, so you don't have to necessarily go over there, like the page, and follow it if you want to keep up with the results. But that would be a way to get the results, you know, in near real time. You know, as soon as I know who the winner is, then I'll put them over there. But as it is now, let's go through the winners and losers. First, what you're going to see is some of the footage that I handed over to Joseph. I'll just grab it and use it here, and then you're going to see me doing a catch-up on on all the results that we have so far. So let's get this going. Hey guys, so the first match we're going to talk about is Fuzzy Otterballs versus iBash TV. Now, Fuzzy Otterballs bought a dual comm with himself, or a character he created as an otter who plays video games and gets the gameplay footage on behalf of Fuzzy Otterballs, the YouTube channel. It was really funny. He brought some great stuff, some funny racism jokes towards seals, or I don't know, but it was hilarious, and it went over really well. The next guy was iBash. Now, iBash brought a clash-generated gameplay, so because his clash is terrible, the gameplay was only so-so. He went positive, but he didn't beast in it. But what Bash really brings to his YouTube channel is a likable personality and some insight on the game, and it's great. A lot of you may already know that Bash is a friend of mine. We shared a room at PAX. We play Black Ops together all the time. He's a super guy, and I'm happy to know him. What you know is that my friend, Bash, just got knocked out in the first round. So, sorry, Bash. It's the way the judges went. The voting was 4-1 on this one, and Fuzzy Otterballs moves on. So congratulations to him, and if you don't like the decision, then subscribe to Bash. Show him a little support. Thank you. Another matchup was Mr. Technical Difficult against Easy Peas. So this was really a clash in styles. Easy Peas brought some wisdom, he brought some deeper thought. Easy Peas, what he talked about was how computers were taking a bigger role in our lives, how sometimes we use them just to pass time, but if we're just using them to pass time, are we really using our time appropriately? Why should we be passing it? Shouldn't we be enjoying every moment? It was a deep, thoughtful commentary. Mr. Technical Difficult, on the other hand, was the total opposite. Mr. Technical Difficult, what he did is he crank called prostitutes, hookers, and tried to pick up the receptionist there, and all sorts of really funny stuff. It ended up being a super tight battle. It was 3-2. Mr. Technical Difficult moves on. Thank you for playing. All right. Next comes Drifter versus FC 2300. And I kind of got out of the suit for this one. I know that it's a big deal. Here's the way it went down. Drifter gave us a video where he took some clips that he had and broke it down. Like, first you saw it at full speed, and then the theme of it was the devils were in the details. So he put on the theater dolly, he showed it at angles that you didn't really notice, he pointed out cool things, and what started as good clips looked like really great clips when he showed you all the details, and that was the devil in the details. It was a well done video. Next up was FC 2300. FC 2300, what he did was kind of a weapons guide. He showed you how the multipliers worked. He compared some of the different assault rifles. He brought a lot of production quality. He brought a lot of great commentary to it, and it was educational. So the comments were overwhelmingly in favor of Drifter, and the comments influence things when it's close. So when we went to the judges, you know, I'm sure they looked at the comments, but the judges went in favor of FC 2300. Now, I saw this and I thought, well, let's be sure about this. And I even brought in some extra judges, some big name YouTube commentators, and said, hey, what do you think about these two videos? And they agreed with the judges already, right? So FC 2300 ended up winning this thing. He goes on to the next. I recognize how much you guys love Drifter. And Drifter was the bigger channel. I think he had 19,000 subs. FC 2300 is the smaller one. And part of the reason that we have judges is so that big channels can't just roll over little ones by dominating the comment section. And you know, that may be what happened here. I'm not so sure. Maybe Drifter rallied his fans, his 19,000 well-earned fans. And if you haven't seen his video, check it out. It'll be in my recent uploads. He did a fantastic job. If you don't like result, then yeah, I don't know what to say. It ended up being, I think, 5-2 in favor of FC 2300. So he gets the win. You know, that's just how it went down. So if you don't like it, then feel free to hate me in the comments. Leave something, Woody, I hate you as much as you hate birds, because freaking birds. But this probably, in my mind, was the closest match so far. Two really good videos, two equally matched videos. It's a shame that there had to be a loser, but there has to be a loser, and that's how it went down. As I did this, hopefully I was able to edit in some of the judges' comments and let you guys see what was going on in their minds when they made the decision. So that's it for this round, and I hope that you guys enjoy the competition so far. Next up, we have NASA 1 versus NameYouCanHate. So NASA 1 brought a beastly gameplay. It was TDM, and he's using the MP5, and it was what I'll call a traditional commentary, where he brings some really great gameplay and teaches you what was going through his mind and how to do like a rushing TDM style. And it was pretty good. It was well done. Not only does he do that, but he brings a likable personality to it, and I liked it a lot. Next up was NameYouCanHate. Now, NameYouCanHate had some still images and some really funny commentary around it. He was a really great speaker. But this is one of the cases where the comments influenced the judges. One of the comments on there was that they didn't like that NameYouCanHate had content from other people, whereas NASA 1 had it generated all on his own. So that was one of the tipping points in there that got NASA 1 on to the next round. So congratulations to NASA 1. NameYouCanHate, thank you for playing. There's a link in the description. Sub them up, and have a good day. All right, next up is Hastro versus Texasdro. So Hastro is another guy that I know. I've in life talked to him online, I played with him, etc. He brought a lot of real life footage showing the competitive scene, showing some of the big trade shows he's been to, and just the life of one of these touring gamers, which is pretty interesting stuff. He went up against Texasdro. Texasdro, I'm a sucker for the musical stuff, and I couldn't tell if what he had was a scripted rap or if he's just good at spitting freestyle. But I was really impressed, and the judges were too. It was a split decision, but Texasdro moves on. So Hastro, I apologize, but I'll tell you, a little part of me, like when someone I know or someone that I'm friends with gets voted out, thinks, this brings legitimacy to the judges. But there it is. Hastro's one of the best players on earth. So sub up his channel, check him out. Texasdro, we'll see you next round. All right, the next matchup was Gold Glove versus XXX Vertical XXX, a trendy YouTube name there. So both of these guys, it was kind of a theater mode face-off, and some of the guys in the comments were like, hey, I thought this was commentator March Madness, but I had a different vision. My vision was more in line with what the competitors had. I couldn't wait to see montages go up against commentary, go up against tips, go up against personality, storytelling, prank calls, whatever. I want to see who makes the most entertaining videos. And one of the things to me that makes an entertaining video is groundbreaking use of theater mode, and both of these guys brought it. Vertical, I think that the comments were overwhelmingly in favor of Vertical, and so were the judges. And even before the judges ruled, Gold Glove, being a gentleman, said, you know what, I tip my hat to Vertical. He brought a better video. If the judges don't see it the same way, then that's crazy. But in this case, the judges did see it the same way. Gold Glove, thank you for entering. Great video. Gold Glove, there'll be a link to everyone who's in this matchup thing in the description. Sub him up if you liked his video. He did a great job. Vertical, we'll see you next round. Congratulations. Next up comes PSN JJ versus Snacks. So these two were almost polar opposites in commentary style. PSN JJ brought these, words of wisdom type things. He talked about his background, what makes people the way that they are. And Big Smacks talked about ass waxing on the enemy team. Yeah, sort of a yin and yang thing here. They were both really good videos. I appreciate you entering. The judges preferred PSN JJ. So if you like Big Snacks, he brought something new to the table. There'll be a link in his description. Be sure to sub him up. PSN JJ, I will see you in the next round. Congratulations. All right, next up is the only Gangster versus Ukrainian Limbs. So I think everyone knows Ukrainian Limbs. He's one of the guys that's running this competition with me. And the only gangster brought his likable personality to a live commentary while he played the gun game. Had some really good game footage with it, and some interesting things to say along with the gameplay itself. The Ukrainian Limbs, on the other hand, his was clearly prepared. What he did is he put together a resume, but like a real life resume, and he applied for a real life. But the resume was filled with his Call of Duty accomplishments, like his KD, his win-loss, kills, gold guns, things like that. And he actually spoke to like a real-life job recruiter and had funny stuff. It was a closer vote than I knew it was going to be, but Ukrainian Limbs ended up winning by a vote of 3-2. And you know, a little part of me was worried, like, oh, are people going to think that the judges, you know, just voted him in because he won this thing? But the comments were overwhelmingly for Ukrainian Limbs also, and the judges, you know, seem to have a vendetta against my friends. So Ukrainian Limbs was lucky to make it through. But that's it. So Ukrainian Limbs moves on to the next round. The only gangster, really personable guy. Gameplay. There'll be a link in the description to his channel. Be sure to sub him up. And congratulations, Ukrainian Limbs. See you in the next round. All right, next up is J-Eazy versus Ridiculous Danny. These were another two guys who were just polar opposites in terms of their style. J-Eazy was loud. He was yelling and he was beating guys all game long, and he brought a lot of enthusiasm to the game. Ridiculous Danny, on the other hand, he was a more, you know, I guess I want to say thoughtful without making it sound like J-Eazy's without thought. But Ridiculous, he brought up this thing about, you know, how parents shape the way that that kids behave, how kids are innately in some, you know, how people are innately this way and parents guide them. And it was kind of a deeper commentary than you know, than the louder one. And it turns out that it was a close vote. I think it was 3-2, but the judges voted in favor of Ridiculous Danny. So check out J-Eazy. He's a really entertaining guy. He brings a lot of enthusiasm to his commentary style. There'll be a link in the description. And to Ridiculous Danny, congratulations, and I will see you in the next round. Okay, next up we have Ricky Chops versus Typhoon Boon. So Ricky Chops, if you don't know, he's one of the most entertaining and personable guys on YouTube. He also does a lot of stuff in the Call of Duty community that's never been done before. He brings all sorts of cartoons and storylines and a lot of enthusiasm to his commentary and a lot of humor. He's just one of those guys that's gifted with the ability to be funny. And then there was Typhoon Boon. Typhoon Boon brought to the commentary March Madness is something that I am personally an absolute sucker for. He wrote a song parody, he had theater footage, and he played the guitar. And for those of you that don't know, I'm learning to play the guitar, and I saw Typhoon Boon's video. I was blown away by it. I thought it was going to be, you know, I thought it was going to kill it. I was like, wow, this could be a dark horse to be the whole thing, to win the whole thing. But I'm not a judge. And the judges liked what Ricky Chops brought to the table. So Ricky Chops moves on. Typhoon Boon, check him out. He brings some really great stuff. I subscribe to Typhoon Boon, and it's good stuff. Anyway, there'll be a link in the description to both these guys. Sub them up, check them out. But Ricky Chops, we will see you in the next round. Congratulations, and have a nice day. Okay. That's it. I'm sorry we didn't have the fancy ESPN-like production quality on this, but I wanted to get these results out there. Like I said, if you're interested in getting the results as quickly as possible, you can go over to my Facebook. There'll be a link in the description to that. And I think if you like it, then you'll be notified of new things that I do, or at least there'll be a link on your page. I'm not really a Facebook guru, but I'll put the results there as soon as I get them and let you guys know what's going on. That's it for now. So I hope you've enjoyed the commentary. I apologize if you, don't like some of the decisions that the judges made, but I'll tell you, with sets we have here, with the way that the judges looked at the comments and the way that my friends get knocked out, I felt like the judges kind of, you know, proved themselves as paying attention to what you guys are thinking and picking the guys that they felt like did the best job. So that's it. Be sure comment if you don't like one of the decisions, and let me know that you hate me more than I hate birds. Have a good day.